in this gold medal final. Annan. Oh, it's in! Alison Annan. Sensational. There it is. The Aussies go a goal up through Alison Annan from the penalty spot. Needs to be trapped, it's not. Trini Powers free, works into the circle. A goal here would be terrific. Oh, what a fantastic finish. Australia has won the gold medal in women's hockey, their second gold medal.
Buchanan, Australia!
Stand up and cheer, Australia. Be proud of every one of them. Chris Spice goes out to hug the players. Alison and Nova Peris, the girl from Darwin, has a gold medal.
There he is, Richard Charlesworth.
Hello, I'm Rick Charlesworth. Our women's hockey team is the best in the world. One of the main reasons for this is because our players have a thorough understanding of the basics in the game. Even the best players have to practice the basics, and they are often the best because their basics are better. This video will outline for you the basic skills that are employed in playing hockey. They are the very same skills the Hockeyroos practice every time they train and play. Enjoy the video, and above all, practice these skills. Then you'll really be able to enjoy your hockey.
There are many different ways to receive the ball in the game of hockey. Some important points of receiving are: always stay low, keep your knees nice and bent and stay over the ball. Keep the ball in a good position out in front so you can make that next dribble or that next pass and your vision is good. Keep your bottom hand on your stick nice and firm, and most importantly, keep your stick on the ground waiting for that pass.
When receiving the ball from the left, it's important to keep your eye on the ball, bend your knees, keep the ball out in front of your body and keep your stick on the ground.
Good happening, good space. Round well, Buchanan. Towers in the corner now, she likes his space.
When receiving the ball from the right, it's really important to keep your head over the ball, keep your knees low and keep your wrists nice and firm. This is a great trap when you want to receive the ball on the run. Now we take receiving one step further. There are many ways to receive the ball, but it is an advantage to be able to receive the ball on the run and heading in the direction of the goal you're attacking. Take advantage of the momentum of the ball by allowing the ball to come onto your stick.
Bit of room, too much speed. Behind some contenders at the moment. Towers. And there's a bit of room to move.
You're able to receive the ball with your back to the attacking goal. Although this is a very useful skill as it allows you to protect the ball, be careful not to overuse it.
You should have already scanned before leading to receive the ball. You can use your body to dummy one way to create space and take the ball on the other side.
Howard puts the back one through. Good turn from Smith. Puts it back to Star.
The point stick trap on the reverse requires you to put your right knee forward, stick on the ground and eye over the ball.
One of the hardest ways to receive a ball is when it's in the air. A few important factors is to get under the drop of the ball, have a soft right hand and keep your stick on the ball ready for the next pass. Remember, get under the drop of the ball, have a soft right hand and keep your stick on the ball ready for your next move. Receiving the ball in the air is a difficult skill. This is a great way to improve your control.
Pushing is an accurate way of passing to your teammates.
When pushing, your right hand should be down on the shaft of your stick. Knees bent with your right knee low. The ball should be between your feet in a comfortable position. Your stick should be on the ground. Collect the ball and follow through as you transfer your weight from the back leg to the front. When pushing on the run, footwork becomes very important. To be able to push the ball in any direction, you need to move your feet quickly around the ball or slightly change the position of the ball to make the pass.
On this side. Hawks will make a break shortly and step into the centre, and she does so.
This is the flick or overhead pass. The stick is angled back on connection with the ball. The ball is usually out further in front and your body lower. The power comes from the arms and the wrists and the transfer of the body weight and stick moving forward.
basic hit is usually off the left foot, but some people hit off the right foot. You can also use a slap hit with your hands apart and the flat hit with your stick sliding along the ground.
These are the steps for the hit off the left foot. The first thing is to point your shoulder where you're aiming. Have the ball in a nice comfortable position out from your left foot, usually a stick's length. And when you're about to hit the ball, concentrate right on the back of the ball. Keep your hands together when you're going to hit the ball. Keep your knees nice and bent, step, and always follow through.
We have seen the basic technique for hitting, but to gain extra power when hitting, try exaggerating your step and bring your right knee closer to the ground. Swing your stick and rotate your upper body as you transfer your weight from your back leg to your front leg. And keep your eye on the ball as you make contact and follow through in a rounded motion. The slap hit is a faster shot and very useful when shooting at goal. The hands stay apart and the backswing and follow through are short. Hit is another variation of the basic hit. You need to bend your knees and get lower to the ground. You slide your stick along the surface of the field in both the backswing and the follow through.
This is a simple reverse stick pass. Step across and put the ball in front of your left foot. Rotate the stick and scan to where you're going to pass the ball. With your hands apart, take the stick back and watch the ball as you make the pass.
Howard kicks the back one through. Good turn from Smith.
All the distribution skills you have seen so far in this video can also be used for shooting at goals. When goal shooting, receiving the ball in a position to execute an early shot and quick footwork are essential.
Can they pass break? Let's see what we've got in the power play. Kelly free, running into space, Powell. Yeah!
Remember, when you or your teammates have made a shot at goal, your immediate movement should be toward the goal net with your stick on the ground, ready to make a rebound. Rebounds can deflect in any direction, so be on the soles of your feet and alert, ready to strike.
Power, we use the low reverse stick shot, mainly used for shooting at goal. With the low reverse stick shot, the ball is in front of the right foot and further away from the body. Both knees are bent so the body is much lower to the ground. The hands are lower down the stick and together. Rotate the stick and swing it on an arc. Watch the ball as you hit it with the edge of the stick down near the head.
The cross. And he's going to long.
Trini Powers free, works into the circle. A goal here would be terrific. Oh, what a fantastic finish.
When goal shooting, don't be afraid to give it a good whack. Be aggressive and hit it like you really mean it.
The penalty corner provides another good opportunity to score a goal. For a penalty corner to be successful, each member of the penalty corner team must perform their part perfectly. The right technique and practice will ensure each component of the penalty corner is performed well.
Okay, your right foot has to be behind the line and it's probably a couple of feet away from the ball. Your left foot, you stretch it out and then you squat down and you sit into it. It looks really silly and you feel really silly, but you have to get down really low. You have to get down really low. Then the stick goes behind the ball and the ball rests in the crook of your stick. You like this, your hands are fairly low to the ground and your arms are straight. Your weight is all on your right leg. So you're bending down and you're leaning back a little. So that when you push it out, your weight can go forward onto your left leg. So you get the ball moving a little bit so it doesn't get stuck. Then your weight moves from
your right foot onto your left. Your arms remain fairly straight through the whole thing, but first of all you have to get the ball moving a little bit, and then as your weight goes forward, your arms just go straight through and the ball goes straight out.
Trapping the ball at the top of the circle for the penalty corner is actually quite a difficult skill to learn. There are a number of ways you can go about it. A number of players choose to trap the ball with their hand at the top of the stick like this. I prefer, and like I said, there's more than one way to do it, to trap with both of my hands further down the stick like this. First thing I need to do is line up. I choose to line up in about the middle of the goal and allow room for one step in like that. So I'll start here and take one step. I'm going to be trying to trap the ball as close as I can to the white line to minimise the time between trapping the ball and getting the hit away on the penalty corner. One of the most important things to remember is that the left hand particularly must be quite firm. If it's loose, the stick will wobble around and the ball will bounce. The left hand needs to be quite firm, and the stick must be angled so as the ball doesn't bobble around. It actually wedges between the ground and the sticks. Another thing to remember is as you get better at it, you can try and actually accelerate the speed with which you do it. So the ball can be trapped and rolled very quickly, but you must be careful that the ball's actually trapped dead or you'll lose the penalty corner. It's important to watch the ball as much as you can as it leaves the pusher out of the stick, and also once the ball is moving towards you, you need to be getting your stick on an angle so that actually when the ball arrives it actually wedges between the stick and the surface of the field. That way the ball's not going to bobble nearly as much, and with a firm left hand you can then roll the ball into the circle for the hit.
Now this is one of the most important things. Once you've pushed the ball out, don't forget you have to then get in position to get the rebound, because that's when you score a goal!
Number 3 for Australia, number 12, head start.
The technique for a penalty stroke is similar to that of an overhead flick. Some people's positions vary. They start with their feet together, one foot back, but here are some useful tips.
Be confident and know where you want to place the ball before stepping up. Use the transfer of weight from the back leg to the front to gain power. Keep your eye on the ball. Follow through toward the goal net. Avoid popping up like a cork, as this will reduce the power you will get on the ball. Practice until you have a consistent routine and action that you are confident with.
There are 3 basic techniques for carrying the ball. These are referred to as straight, Indian and reverse dribbles.
Okay, it's really important that we're down low, we're watching what's going on, scanning our eyes, and also we're knowing where the ball is at the same time. Moving along, keeping down low, not coming up off the ball. See how my sticks come off the ball, therefore someone can come in and tackle me. I've got my stick down over the ball and moving along with the ball.
Not over control, that's up free to get the running game going. A little bit of a clash of the stick on free, they play the advantage, she goes forward still strongly. And then tries to break quickly. Now can they do a fast break? Let's do a straight to Cal. Done a fast break. Let's see what it comes up to. 10 still for
The straight dribble can also be used when you have space in front of you and need to cover ground quickly.
Too much pace for the ball!
In this instance, the ball can be pushed a little further out in front as you run at speed. This will allow time to scan.
Once you know how to dribble the ball in a straight line, the next step really is to change direction. And the best way to do that is by using what we call the Indian dribble, which is just a way of changing direction by moving the ball slowly from right to left according to which direction you want to move in. Again, you need to be keeping the ball in passing position, but this is just a good way of changing direction. It's just a matter of keeping your right hand pretty firm down the stick and using really good footwork in order to change direction. That's the next step. One of the important things to consider when you're doing the Indian dribble is that most of the work is actually done by your left hand, which is at the top of the stick. And when you're actually moving the ball, the right hand simply supports the stick while the left hand does most of the work. So the right hand is very loose on the stick and the top hand doing most of the work.
Try the short one for him. Turn very quickly now, move forward, Australia on the push.
Okay, this is the reverse dribble. For this one, you use your left hand, so it's got to be strong. You just have your stick in your left hand, strong left hand, and the ball's out in front of you. You're putting the ball out here so your body is protecting it from a defender, so the defender can't get through you. So you put your butt in the way, put the ball out here, then off you go. Keep the ball out here. You still have to be able to look up, wave to mum in the crowd, and keep the ball outside your body. And when you get a little better at this, then you can go a little faster.
Free now, they've got a bit of move. In the centre of the circle, Free tries to run all the way in.
Now we're going to be eliminating a player. That's the next step really from the Indian dribble and the dribble that we've already seen. So again, we need to be keeping the ball out in front of us so we can actually see the ball and the player that we're looking to eliminate. It's important not to get too close to the defender because you need to be able to have some space to make your move. If I want to go right around this defender, the most important thing for me is to get all my weight going onto my left foot, and as soon as I see the defender commit to this side, that's when I make my move to the right and immediately cut in behind them so that I've eliminated that player as well as I can.
Big Free in the middle. 13. Powers on home. He comes away with it well now. And it's through the middle with the running game. Powers made a run forward.
Okay, that's one of the elimination skills. You can also do the same skill going around the other side of the defender. But remember, these skills, although basic, are very difficult to learn and you wouldn't expect to pick them up overnight.
Eliminating a defender on the right side or their flat stick side involves the same movements as the other side.
Remember, you must move the defender by changing the line of the ball. In this way, you will create the space you need to eliminate a defender. Time your drag so you have enough space to execute the movement of the ball. You should drag the ball square and accelerate at the point you are level with the defender, cutting in behind to reduce the chance of the defender being able to make a tackle.
Too hard on that. Watch Australia pressurise. Good positional play from the defensive line. Powell. Watch her run. Here she goes again. Good skills. Steps inside.
One of the easiest and most effective ways to eliminate a defender is to create a 2-on-1. One of the first things you need to do in creating a 2-on-1, as the ball carrier, you need to move the defender and create space. Once you have moved the defender, the next thing you need to do is pass the ball early to the leading player. And this player can return the ball to me or take the ball themselves.
Puts it on, can't do anything with it. Now comes forward for Australia. Shannon tosses it down this sideline very well. Bit of room to move. One-on-one. Let's run it. Intercepted again by Adam. Here she comes. Look at the speed of Adam. They move forward. Mott's made a move into the circle. Mott.
Dispossessing a player does not involve just making a tackle. Anticipation and getting to the ball first is just as important. You will see that the best players, whether receiving, marking or trying to make an interception, will be first to the ball. You should always be alert and ready to move sharply to meet the ball.
This segment is on tackling. The main points to remember when tackling are balance, timing and strength. This is poke tackling. Important thing to remember is nice balanced leg position, one foot in front of the other, down low and also stick close to the ground. So now we're nice and balanced. Move through, make the poke, follow up with a low strong body position. Tackle with either foot forward, as long as you're constantly moving and balanced until you're ready to make the tackle.
This is the lunge tackle.
As with all tackling, you need to be balanced, low and moving. You must be balanced, low and moving. You must have a strong left hand as you lunge, weight forward and balance ready to come back if you need to.
This is a flat tackle, which is very similar to the lunge tackle, and we use it in confined space, for example a sideline, or in and around the circle. Now we're going to show you the flat tackle, this time on the reverse. It's really important that your whole stick is low to the ground and that your left hand is really strong. All right? It is also vital that your stick is in front of your body so that you keep the tackle and it doesn't get behind you.
Turn around by Powell, good skill again. Angles flicks it on for Powell, she's into the circle, danger again for China, and another save.
This is a reverse stick tackle on the run. This is mostly used in the midfield or even open play. It's really important with this tackle that you pick up the speed of the running player that you're chasing and that you're balanced, and finally that you time your tackle so that you get the ball and not the stick. Sometimes it's a better option not to tackle, but to channel the attacking player onto your teammate's flat stick.
Believe it or not, this is all the equipment that a goalkeeper wears during training and games. All this equipment is designed to give the goalkeeper full protection, but still allowing them to move around freely. The most important parts of a goalkeeper's equipment are the kickers and pads. These provide a rebounding surface, which is a very important part of our game. Also, it's compulsory that you wear a helmet and have a stick. Other pieces of equipment that we recommend are the throat protector, chest protector, arm and shoulder guard, padded shorts, and the gloves.
While this may look bulky, it gives us full protection, it's light, and we can move around in it. When a goalkeeper is waiting to save a shot, we need to set ourselves in the attacking position, which is like this. Our weight's forward and our head is over our toes. When the ball is moved around the circle, the goalkeeper also needs to move. We move on a goalkeeper's arc, which is from one post to another. The movement needs to be explosive and fast. This skill is called the instep jab kick. It is the most commonly used and most important goalkeeping skill. The goalkeeper needs to attack the ball, kicking it out wide with power and on the ground. Not always hit to your foot. If it goes wide, we need to perform the lunge save or the split save. The most important rule to remember is if it goes to your left foot, use your left foot and leg. And if it goes to your right foot, use your right foot and leg. Doesn't always go along the ground. If it goes in the air, we still need to be able to save it. If it comes to our right side, we step across with our stick in hand, trying to save the ball with our hand. On the other side, it's exactly the same. Remember, try and keep your head in line with the ball. The goalkeeper has to do a lot of calling while the ball's around the circle. The most important thing to remember is say the person's name and then where you want them to go. Remember to speak nice and loud. When I started playing hockey, I used to play on the field. But then I became a goalkeeper. It looked exciting and challenging, and it really is fun. You should give it a go.
All these skills you have seen on this video will help make you a better hockey player. Just like all the other Hockeyroos, I have worked hard on these basic skills, which are just as important now as when I first started.
Hockey's a great game, it's still fun, and that's why I play.